Hi there, welcome to Wyckoff Technical Analysis session for Algorand. If you're new to my sessions, here are the key takeaways you can expect. I'll cover the Wyckoff stages, current and the upcoming, in both weekly and daily time frames. Also, any key price levels that Algorand would find support or resistance. Plus, any breakout timing the charts are indicating to us. So let's start with the weekly chart. And here, we see that the price continues to seek lower point towards the test we talked about. There is a higher chance towards the side, while we hope to see some upward movements, but as long as the price doesn't break above this downward channel, this blue box, the chance remains low. Also, this uptrend support line for the lower extended from the previous swing back in October 2024 to the second test in mid-June this year. This higher low support line, if this week in 2 days and 8 hours time closes below this line, this is pretty much broken. So previously we were still discussing whether that's the case because the last 2 weeks already kind of tested this line after the week of October 10th. We know for the fact that the price is going through this downtrend. So the question was if or whether this is going to confirm the support line is to be broken and the downtrend continues, or is it the other case that it finds support and the price moves towards the right hand side to challenge the ceiling of this downward trend and eventually break outside of the trend. As of this moment, it seems like it's still trying to head towards the orange key level of 16 cents, meaning breaking below this support line. We talk about a potential time point, 2 time points over there, and when we get to the daily chart, we'll get on that. So as of now, for Wyckoff stages, it remains the same. Higher chance for that to come down for another test before it can show us any upward stage like back up our last point of support or another sign of strength. Alright? And obviously after this test there can be more tests. Okay? So that's the potential scenarios that can happen. And before moving to the daily chart, just quickly check the Bollinger Band and counter squeeze. Currently, there's no squeeze going on. We're still after post-squeeze period. That squeeze happened in late June, actually. And then eventually, it started sometime early June, and then that swing happened in early July. And we're still in that post-swing period. So whenever the squeeze happen, what comes after is that there will be bigger price swings and the waves eventually die down to another squeeze and then with bigger waves again. So it repeats itself. Sometimes the swing gets to the downside first before it swings up. Sometimes it swings to the upside before it comes down. So when you use this indicator, remember it indicates potential price swings coming, not that it's going to particular direction. So let's get to the daily chart. Similar sense, but daily chart, we are currently entering a new squeeze. So for the next day or two, or even, it probably has to be tomorrow. But for now, I consider the squeeze has started, even on Wednesday. So anytime from now onwards, there can be some bigger movements compared to what we have over the past 10 days, 12 days. So from here to here, that's around 13 days. So back to the daily Wyckoff. Here, it has confirmed the question we asked. Is it coming down for another test? Actually, on the 22nd, it already confirmed another one. But then yesterday there was another one that came down. So this has been pretty consistent, and it has been unfortunately showing a downtrend as well. If you look at the closing prices, okay, that's where it's coming down. Not that it's the lowest, because the selling climax back in June and also the spring back in April were much lower than the current level. So from the current level to the orange key level, that's another roughly 10% drop. So to 16 cents, that price range. We also talk about, instead of just test, there's a chance for the price to come down for a spring. Reason being, what happened over here? We have seen this twice in just half a year. Within this half a year, so that's why in the title I said, is Algorand still coming down to show us another spring since April, half a year ago exactly. When that happens, it's not a surprise because we already talked about the price is traveling along this downtrend. So this blue dashed line is only the center line of the box. Excuse me. The price can actually travel this way, this wide, within the channel. But currently, it's being suppressed under the center line. It happened since October 13th and 14th. So you see the rebound got stopped right over there. And the rebound on the 28th didn't even get close. It got rejected straight at the yellow key level of 20 cents. So as of now, it seems like it's still trying to seek its actual bottom, because what's happening today, you see the candlestick, it is this long wick at the top, much like what happened just 3 days ago. There is quite significant selling pressure from that point. That's why the price got pushed back all the way to very close to where we opened today. Alright, so we talk about there's still chance for the spring to come. Sign of strength similar to the weekly chart. That's what we hope to see before an actual chance for the price to get to a new distribution cycle, meaning showing us another peak. At least in the daily chart, not so fast for the weekly. And in terms of breakout timing, since the price is trading below the support line now, previously we talked about this November 13th date, it's not relevant if the price continues to trade below that line, white dash line over here, and the orange key level. So if it continues, the time point is pointing towards it's near the end of November. That's when it can break above this resistance line this time. Okay, not like going to the downside. Of course, it can break the orange support level and continue within this downward channel box. So again, not a big surprise, because we already talked about there's a chance for the price to come back to the level of the spring back in April. So that's around 14 cents 50. Okay, so that's the downside risk, while people are hoping, or you are hoping, for the upside action to happen. So the best chance we have is to see the price shoot above this blue line. That's when it actually finishes the downtrend that started back in mid-July. Alright, so that's Algorand. The green scenario in the weekly chart is something that I was asking, would that be a buying climax back in mid-July, but it doesn't look like it is now. So we can scrap that, but I just want to keep it for 1 or 2 more weeks. So for now, just focus on this accumulation cycle text, the orange ones.